Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. What are we on? I think we're on episode 16 now. So we're moving along quite nicely here. However, we've run into a little bit of a problem which is going to be due to two things. One is this station in, I believe it's Staunton. Not so much bottlenecking, but they do slow down and cluster up the trains there because sometimes the freight is waiting for the freight station, for the existing freight train already in the station. The other is we're kind of limited by the speed and trains that we have of current. So I do have the game currently running on full-time speed to try and get this moving along so we can get to 1950 and unlock the trains that are going 120 for freight. Because, yeah. If you have a look here, we're well backed up on coal and silver now. Coal was already at 1200, the silver is now at 800. So essentially we're needing a wagon, a hopper wagon rate of at least 2000. And yeah. Try to add more trains onto the line, but as it is, they already start getting a little bit clustered as is. So goal for today, we need to start double tracking this, separate the passenger from the freight. That'll help alleviate some of the strain. I think the station here is still doing fine at the moment. There goes one of the wagon trains, half almost. This station we've already got fixed up, but that's another issue we're having as well, is we've got extra grain coming in now, and this cannot keep up with it. As you can see, the trucks are already backing up. I mean, I guess we could add another platform in and hope that helps alleviate it again, but yeah, we might try that soon. But again, upgrade of the trucks would also fix that problem. So, let's move over to Staunton here. This is the station, and this is why. We've got freight train there, freight train there. No more currently, but I think I just added a new passenger train on the line, so that's why he's there. But yeah, we've got a little bit of a backlog there. This end looks like it's doing okay at the moment. But let's start with this. So we're wanting, let's have a look. Let's get our lines here for a moment. So there's one train that is going straight through here. So that's these guys? Yeah. So the state cars are the only one that's not stopping down. So, and will they ever know? State cars I don't think will ever stop here because the construction materials are the only thing that they would carry. Which is, no, actually they would. Because eventually, yeah, so we are going to need to have trains stopping in both directions. So we want 2 platforms either way. Nice. Nice new train there. Unfortunately, not what we need yet. I'm just thinking, let's put this onto play, and I think we're going to have to just pause this and go for it. So for one, we're going to have to demolish this. We're going to demolish the new station we placed last episode. New track going through here. So I guess let's leave it paused and let's get moving. Now, if I remember, this was the furthest over we could go, wasn't it? You know, we can't even place another track there, which is fine. Because what's gonna happen if we... So if we're saying that this is the rightmost, which that's the passenger line at the moment, that would mean that we want track there, and then, so that would essentially be your 2 lines going up, stop right, stop left, and then we need 2 on this side, so 1 and 2. The platform there, and then we need 1 more track, and then another. So that's essentially going to be the station. Obviously this part, you know what, let's update this so we don't have it being odd. Put it back in. Alright, so yeah, there's 2 stops going to be here, and passenger 3 line's going to be there. We could change that to like passenger platform to save on space, but I'd rather not create that that look. So let's get to removing. Alright, that's back in. Now let's connect this side up. And the signal in as well. Alright, so that's everything reconnected. In terms of the platforms, now we need to figure out all of this. Basically, going to take it all the way back to the station. Alright. So let's start with the outermost, the passengers for now, which is going to go like that. I know it's slow, but there's not much we can do about that. Either way, the passengers will be coming out from there slowly, so it's not too much of a worry. Now, do I just go straight up here? I'm going to go not yet. Let me take this across here first. Now I'll take that to there. I'm just wondering, do I take this over now or do I wait till after this? I mean, if we look at this in terms of freight's gonna be coming out of here slow, so I think we can afford to take this straight for now. Let's take this across. Can we get this flat, please? Let's take it to there. There we go. Just to the end, and then we'll delete that back. Now, can we create the switch from here? That should be fine. Alright, let's pop that in there. And then we just need to put this onto here. We'll try to get that up to 80. Oh, look at that, just in time. Take that. Let's put a signal just before there and there. And I think we might do something similar here. We'll take that back to there and we'll just curve you into... Actually, where is the main platform? That's the main platform there. take that. And bring it down to here. Yep, that'll do. And then signal there and signal there. So I'd say coming up here, we should be good to just continue going in. That should still be fine. Alright, passenger now hooked up. And then the freight. Now, which was the line we wanted? We wanted to go into the leftmost platform. Let's get up to 120 and do that. There we go. Alright, that's good, that's good. I'm just wondering whether we create the crossover here or not. I think we do for now. We can always delete it later, so it's not an issue. It's only for the state car to get off get off and out of the way. So we'll try and we'll leave that at 120 as best we can. Let's bring you down to about there with the crossing. Take that back, and now we'll come across there. There we go. Okay, now this passenger, we want to bring that up to 120 or as close to as we can. So it's like we're going to about here. Take that, and we'll get rid of the original. Take this back to there, just in case. We'll delete one further. Snap on, please. Thank you. Take you to there, and we'll just take the tip away a little bit. Now hopefully you'll just go straight to there at max speed. Yes, you will. Connect. Do the same thing to the other side. Bring it out to R for the crossing. Then take it back to the crossing. And just hook you in ideally at 120. At 120. And still, there we go. Okay. Signals, you're going out, you're coming in, which we want you probably to be about there, I would say. You're going out as well. We want probably a couple more just to make sure we can keep the speed up here. So obviously as the first train comes out, it's going to be moving quicker. You know what, we'll probably add another couple there. Alright, I think we are pretty much all good. Looks like it. Let me grab that state car. Where are you? Let's put a signal there. I mean, I could actually just take it off the other end, to be honest. Yeah. No, I probably do want the signal there because we're going to need some line breaks, aren't we? So manage line, before you go to, no. So you go Kingston all the way back up to the top. So after here, we want to say stop but pass through this signal. Cool. But then we want you to be able to wiggle back over to this track here. So let's take this point here. Just go back across here. Just like that. And we'll have another signal there. We need to get the station back in. Platforms, let's extend this out here. Let's do a little extension there too. Let's take you back and we'll fill it right out to the side there. Okay, now from memory we need this station to also hook up to Staunton South on this side. So, first question, can I connect it to here? Is that going to work? Yes. Okay. That's a good start. I might have to, because I want this to probably like be right in here, up against it. So like these platforms end against this. That would be nice. So that is that fixed up. All right. So if I put this in here, see, now that's going to be the problem. This doesn't have connectivity to here. What can we do about that? Alright, next question. Let's take that back. Can we have a platform in here? Can we create a connection off of this somehow? I can do that. And what if we were to go like that? Alright, that works. That works. Alright, now can I just do like that? Can I? Ooh, might be onto something here. Now I want to just. Okay. Just need a little, yeah, just like that. Doing that. So we can take a little bit off the edge there. Smooth it out that little bit. There we go. So now we should be able to go straight into here, which is a yes, 20, and we want 2 platforms. And pop you straight in like that. And now we want to backtrack you back a little bit, probably to there. And pop you in like that. Perfect. Okay, so last thing that we need to do, let's just upgrade that so it's all universal, and then we want to connect this guy back up too. So let's pop you just in the side there, will do. And I guess we'll upgrade that too. Might as well. We've got to put our player ownership on though, because we don't want the AI building. With that being said, let's check this. So connected to everywhere, connected to everywhere. That's done, I think. I think we might need to, yeah, we got to fix up this, which is Staunton branch. So So I want you to start at number 2 to start with, and then use oval number 1 if you need to. Alright. So with that being said, I'm going to put this on to double time speed, and we'll do the quad tracking for the last little sections in form of a time lapse. So we'll be right back in a moment. Alright, so with all that quad and I guess the 6 tracking that we also had to do completed, as you can see this is already working much better, so you was able to load up a lot quicker there. So these trains are going to keep pretty close when they move into the next target. Keeps them moving that bit quicker. Ooh, new tram, we'll use that soon. And yeah, that's still the same speed. So yeah, so this should mean that all of our freights now is separate from the passenger, so the passenger will not be obstructed, and vice versa. That's a few less trains on the freight line. I'll have to keep an eye on the hoppers. Let's see if yeah, they've actually dropped down at the moment. Hopefully that will pick up though, the more that we continue to let this run, and yeah, ideally I might run this in fast forward the time a little bit while we wait offline, just so we can get some new vehicles in and start upgrading this line, because we need to focus on getting all these towns upgraded to the point where we can get all 6 of the materials to the stations. So I guess the next challenge that we're heading for is EPEC, every product, every city. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Again, if you're enjoying the series, drop a like, leave a comment, let me know what your thoughts are. Hit subscribe if you would also like. Until then, I will see you all in the next episode. Take care.